Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Diego Velasquez.
And I'm Abigail Salas. Police are looking for information about the shooting that happened over on Dyer Street this last weekend.
And Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for information. Several people who were wounded in the shooting that happened off of Missouri and Dyer Street. A resident who wants to remain anonymous called in the shooting around 11:30 Saturday night.
I called this in at about 11:30 on October the 28th to the police, and the reason for making that call is we had heard gunshots, perhaps at least 4 or 5, and then we also heard high-speed racing, about 80 miles per hour down Hillcrest. At the time, we didn't know that Dyer Street was also connected in this situation.
Knowing that they haven't made any arrests yet, how does that make you feel?
Rather nervous, not for myself so much, but for my family. I am kind of concerned about them.
Police says one of the wounded is in critical condition. There are no deaths as of now, but are still investigating. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers.
One NMSU student is recovering from his injuries, and a young woman is facing a traffic violation after an accident last Thursday around 6 o'clock. A police report says David Puckett was walking across Stewart Street in front of the activity center when he was hit by a car. Catherine O'Neill says she didn't see him in time because the sun was shining in her eyes. The police report says Puckett had visible injuries to his right arm and was bleeding from the right side of his head. He was taken to Mountain View Hospital. We don't know his condition. Catherine O'Neill was cited for failure to yield to pedestrian. New Mexico State Police are investigating a head-on crash near Lovington that killed 3 people. It happened around 6 Friday morning on Highway 82 west of Lovington, and police say a Toyota was going east in the westbound lane when it hit a pickup head-on. Both drivers and a passenger in the Toyota were killed. A passenger in the pickup is in the hospital with unknown injuries. Police say alcohol does not appear to have been a factor in the crash. Alcari, it's pretty cold here.
Let's check in what Alcari has with the local weather.
Yes, you guys, thank you so much, Diego and Abigail. Trick-or-treaters, beware, because it will be a spooky night tonight, because it will get chilly on later and throughout the evening. So skies are usually sunny today. The temperature is at 60 degrees. Winds coming at you from the south at 6 miles per hour. Humidity at 19%, dew point at 18 degrees, and a barometer of 30.35. Taking a look at today's high, we had a high of 60 degrees, an average of 59 degrees, and a low of 31 degrees. Getting really chilly out here. For our record temps, we had a high of 85 in 2001 and a low of 21 in 2019. There's no chance of rain for tonight, and for our yearly rainfall, we had a 5.34 inches. That's all I have for your current conditions. Back to the desk for more news.
Thanks, Alcari. Almost 400 pounds of illegal drugs are off the streets thanks to Custom and Border Protection officers in El Paso Port of Entry. Intercepted 389 pounds of narcotics on multiple unrelated incidents over the weekend. Last Friday at the Bridge of the Americas, they intercepted 27 pounds of fentanyl in a car driven by an 18-year-old American citizen. Then on Saturday, they confiscated 31 pounds of cocaine and arrested a 35-year-old woman. Also on Saturday, they stopped a 20-year-old man who was hauling 332 pounds of marijuana. The drugs were confiscated and the suspects were turned over to Homeland Security. New Mexico Representative Gabe Vasquez says he's determined to find a solution to the immigration crisis. As reported by KRWG's Johnny Coker, Vasquez announced his plan at the Santa Teresa Port of Entry. He wants to focus on migrant workers, border agents, immigrant detention centers, and human smuggling. One of the bills would impose harsher penalties for those convicted of committing human trafficking crimes against minors. Vasquez hopes to find bipartisan support when he introduces the bills to Congress by the end of this week.
Stay tuned. Alcari will be back with your national weather forecast. Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday,
where news matters. Dia de los Muertos is just around the corner, and for the 25th year, the festivities took over the Mesilla Plaza as families paid tribute to their loved ones. The celebration featured folklorico and Aztec dancers, live music, and families who set up altars on the plaza, filled with tributes to their departed friends and family members. The holiday holds immense significance to the community.
The idea of keeping people's memories alive so they're never really gone. And this is a tradition that's gone back for many, many centuries through different cultures, but this is the way that it's kind of developed here.
Well, I'm sure it's not just colder here.
Alcari, what can you tell us about the national weather?
Yes. Thank you so much, Diego. Taking a look at our national map, we are starting to see colder fronts happening around the north and east-west regions, and we are starting to go down in temperatures rapidly around the U.S. Taking a look at my next map. These are the first measurable snow of the U.S. Up here in Denver and in Colorado, we are starting to see snow, and then down here in the south, we will be starting to see snow around November and in December. Taking a look at my last map. Tornado risks in November. New Orleans area will be seeing great risks of tornadoes, also in Dallas and Kansas City. I'll be back with your local forecast after the break. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Alcari Shirsat, and let's go ahead and take a look at your local temperatures. So at Farmington, we are seeing 54 degrees, Santa Fe 49, Albuquerque at 55, Rio Doso at 54, 60 in Las Cruces, and Deming 57. Taking a look at tomorrow's local temps. Farmington at 60, Santa Fe at 56, Albuquerque at 58, Socorro at 60, Las Cruces at 62, and Deming at 62 as well. Taking a look at tonight's local temps, we are seeing clear and cold skies, and tonight a low of 28, tomorrow a high of 59 in Alamogordo. Tomorrow, tonight in Truth or Consequences, it'll be clear and cold, same conditions, 32 for our low, tomorrow 61 for our high. Taking a look in Silver City, tonight we'll see a low of 29, clear skies, same conditions, and tomorrow a high of 59. And last but not least, Las Cruces, tonight we'll see a low of 31 and a high of 62, and sunny and clear skies. That's all I have for your local temps. Back to the desk for more news.
NMSU staffs were having an extra good time this Halloween, not just because they got to put on their favorite costumes, but also because they got the Staff Appreciation Picnic at Presidio Park. There was plenty of food to go around, also raffles, music, and pumpkin decoration contests. And of course, it wouldn't be a Halloween without a costume contest, which is exactly how things ended. But some of the people there have been Aggies long enough to bleed crimson and white.
They let us retire early. No, I went to school as a student at NMSU and have stayed here to work for NMSU.
I think us three are alumni.
We're all alumni.
From left to right,
Although I will
almost.
Yeah.
the funk kept going as the music went eventually mid-start to dance, but there really is no other choice when the DJ decides to play the Cupid Shuffle. And Carpio Gergo is next with sports.
Thanks, Diego. Now, coming up in sports, the NMSU women's soccer team is our first team to win. The first team to win in their new conference. You can toss that remote, okay? Because News 22 Sports is coming up next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Carpio Grego. Now let's talk about some sports. So the Aggies soccer team ended their 2023 debut in Conference USA as regular season champions. They secured the top spot in the tournament, which gives them a first-round bye and a spot in the semifinals. Now, the tournament begins tomorrow in Ruston, Louisiana, with the semifinal going on the 3rd, and the championship match set for November 5th. All the matches can be streamed on ESPN+, so tune in. The Aggie volleyball team is celebrating tonight after a big win against Chicago State last night. Now, the volleyball team returned to action at home after 8 days off and defeated a former WAC rival in Chicago State in a clean 3-0 sweep. Now, the Aggies will play their final home games this weekend with a pair against Sam Houston before traveling to play FIU to close out the regular season. Now, you can catch the action on Friday at 6 and Saturday at 1. The Aggies women's basketball team is also looking to start the season off right after an exhibition win over Eastern New Mexico. The Aggies, led by Molly Kaiser's 27 points, defeated the Greyhounds 77-55 Sunday afternoon in the Pan Am Center, and the Aggies are getting ready for one of the biggest season openers into the program's history as they host Arizona, the 2021 NCAA Championship runner-ups. Now, you can watch the Aggies take on the Wildcats on ESPN+ Monday, November 6th. I know I'll be there. That's all I got for sports for you tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Now, still ahead, Alcar is going to be back with your 5-day forecast.
Let's take a look at a top story today.
The Las Cruces Police Department is asking for anyone to provide information on a shooting that occurred last Saturday on Dyer Street. Now, Alcari, what can you tell us about the rest of the week?
Thank you so much, Abigail. So taking a look at our 5-day forecast, it will be sunny and a little windy throughout the week, and at 70s to mid 70s throughout the week for our highs, and for our lows, it's going to get very, very chilly. So make sure you guys bundle up, and it'll be 30s and to high 40s. That's all I have for your 5-day forecast. Back to the desk.
And that's all from News 22. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'm Diego Velasquez.
And I'm Abigail Salas. And from the whole news team, Carpio, Alcari, and Diego, and myself, good night.